Good afternoon, everyone. I thought I'd do the first part of our bag making for the slow stitchers out there. I'm going to split this into, I think, yeah, 3 parts. I'll explain why in a minute. So I've decided to use a tea towel. This is one that I picked up from IKEA. It's got stains and stuff on it, so actually, you know, and I've literally got a drawer full of tea towels, and I thought, well, this is perfect. It's a nice tightly woven, I think it's cotton, yeah, 100% cotton. I say it's an IKEA one. Their stuff is so cheap, it's ridiculous. So yeah, but any tea towel, even if it's beaten up, it doesn't matter, because we can add patches and stuff, and that's the whole idea of this, is that I think we can make our little bag and then we can decorate the life out of it if we want to. Okay, so a couple of very simple prepping steps to do before we do anything else. Obviously, I'm going to take out this great big label. Okay, and this particular one has got a hang thing on here. I don't need that. I'm going to chop that off as well. Okay, if you've just got fabric, that's fine. I'll give you the dimensions of this tea towel. It's 48 centimeters by 63, so it's 48 that way and then 63 long, or that converts roughly to 19 inches by 24 inches. It really doesn't matter what size piece of fabric you're using. Okay, your bag will just be bigger or smaller if though you don't have those dimensions. Tea towel I'm using for convenience, it's fine. I've got a ton of fabric I could have used, but I just wanted to use something that I thought most people would have in their house, okay, already. So that's the sizes that this is actually going to work out to. I'll leave it there because it's jumping around with the focus thing. Right, okay, so I've chopped off any labels and things, any hang tags, lovely. I'm calling this the short side, okay, because, you know, that's the length of the tea towel. Sorry, I can't get it all in, obviously. So that's the long side, and then this is the short side. We're going to leave most tea towels, let me just get it up a bit closer, I've got like a thick, well, yeah, hem all the way round, actually. We need to leave it on the short side, and that will become evident later. But the long side, you can leave it on, it is up to you. But I've got a use for these later on when we're actually finishing off our bag, because if you haven't got cords or strings to make the pull part of the the drawstring bag, you can use these. Okay, so I'll leave it up to you. If you've got, as I say, we need a cord of some sort, because we're going to make a, as I said, a drawstring bag. So if you've got a shoelace, you might have a piece of cord, you might have a piece of thin ribbon or something like that. If you've got all that, then fine, leave those seams on, okay, because that will stop your, when we stitch it, it'll stop your seams unraveling. But I will leave mine on, because this is, I'm going to confess, this is the second run on this, because I started using a tea towel which had a directional print on it, and it yeah, it wasn't working. So I've actually got I'd already trimmed the edges off that one, so I'm going to leave mine on for this. You take yours off if you haven't got any other thing that you could use as a cord, okay? Take them off. If you have got something, leave them on. I think that's an easy option. I'm going to end up using these, so that's fine. I'm going to leave mine on, okay? Right. I hope that all makes sense. So, we're going to fold it in half. Does it... Oh, I mean, this one is... Yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter, because mine's sort of the same on both sides. If you've got a tea towel that is particularly bright on one side, so if you were using something with a pattern on, I mean, that's the inside of that one. So you would want, you know, you'd want your print side to be your nice side, if it were, as it were. Anyway, just fold it in half. Even if you've got fabric, you're at this stage with us now. If you're using fabric, I can't quite get it all in. It's just about right there. This can be fabric or your tea towel, whichever. Okay, so what I need you to do next is make a weird little template. Okay, it needs to be a square, 6 centimeters by 5 centimeters. And it's important that you put the instruction to yourself, put on fold. Okay, I've cut this out of the back of a, what was it? It was a pad of paper. Okay, I just chopped out, so I measured it out 6 centimeters by 5 centimeters. I forgot to do the inches on that one. Bear with me. Where's my ruler gone? There it is. If you're an inch person, that is 2 and 4/8 that way, and then what is that, 1 and, oh, I can never do these eighths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 and 9/8. Oh, if you do it 2 inches, it won't matter too much, but it's 1/8 of an inch difference. But yeah, so 1 and 9/8. Okay. But make sure on your 6 centimeter or your 2 and 4/8 side, you put a mark that says put on fold at the bottom. All right. Because normally when we make a boxed bottom bag, we have 2 separate pieces of fabric. But to save ourselves having to sew this seam down here, I'm going to cheat and we're going to use the fold. Now I did one, and I did it a 5 centimeter square, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't get the corners to match. And then I realised it's because we're not stitching this hem. If you've never made a bag before, that is going to make absolutely no sense to you whatsoever. Do not worry about it. I've done the math for you. Okay, so yeah, so I'm leaving my side seams on because I don't need them, but as I say, if you do, then you know, take them out. So I'm hoping you can see that. So what I'm going to do is right up to the edge, on the edge of the fabric here. I'm on the fold. I've got my little put on fold bit here. Let me get that bit closer for you. Okay, so right on the edge. Oh, let me put the light on. We're threatening a thunderstorm here, so it's gone a bit blah, the light. Is that a bit better? There we are. All right, so you literally, if you've got your seams left on, you're going to cut through your seam that way and that way. All right, but it is important that you keep that on the fold. All right, so all you need to do, let me just flop that back down again. I'm just going to take a pen, just get it as close as you can. It's you know, it really isn't a biggie if you kind of go a bit caddywonkers here. We are still learning after all. So use your card as a template. All right, and draw yourself a box there. This is the start of our box bottom. If that makes sense. All right, so do one that side and then do exactly the same there. Just remember, keep your edges together. So you do this if you're using a tea towel or fabric. Okay, this is where the fabric people come in. Okay, so all right, so hold it there, draw your box. Okay, and now this is going to look very weird, but we're now going to cut it out. All right, so I'll start on this side. Get through that thick seam. All right, keep these. Okay, we're going to use those. Keep them. I'm getting a little bucket of bits together. Okay, so I'm going to chuck it in there so I know where it is later on, because I'll be hunting for it, because you know me, I can lose things very easily. Okay, all right, so that's the 2 bits out. Okay, so we've got our fold line here, and we've chopped out a 6 by 5 centimeter, or whatever that conversion was that I did in inches for you. Okay, it don't make it a square, it must be an oblong. Okay, is that right? Yeah. Oh, I'm having a moment. Yeah, it is not. Yeah, it's not a square anyway. It's a rectangle. That's the word. Oh dear. Right. So yeah, make a rectangle. Okay. So it must be, I say 6 by 5 or whatever I said the conversion was. Right. So we've done that. Okay, so it's looking a bit odd now, but it's fine. This is what we need it to look like. For the first video, I'm going to stop there, okay, because now there's a lot of optional extras you can do. When you, I mean, decide which is your front and back, it doesn't matter actually. I'm going to decorate the front and I'm going to decorate the back as well. It doesn't matter. It's completely up to you what you do. So what I'm intending to do, let me, so we've now got this odd, you know, with this great big piece missing. Perfect, that's what we need. I will tell you that we are going to, I did make a conversion, bear with me. We're going to take, don't go too close to the top with your decorating, okay? Keep it a good, I'm going to say a good 2 inches from the top, and that will become evident in future video, in the next video, okay? So don't worry about it for now, but don't go too close to the top, all right? So keep your decoration in this piece if you want. Yeah, so let's just do that. What I'm going to do is quite a simple fabric collage. I've just got some scraps here. I don't know, I haven't worked out how I'm going to lay them down, but I'm just going to sort of use these. I want to do a bit more slow stitching on it basically, and that's kind of, you know, it's my bag and that's what I want to do, so that's fine. So yeah, I'm just going to sort of lay these in a pleasing manner, and I'm going to use these little boxes to really decorate with slow stitch, and I will show you what else I've got as well. I got this off the internet. I really want to have a go at doing this. No idea if I'm going to be able to do it, but as you can see, it's just a running stitch and then you weave your way down. So I really want to have a go at that. So I thought the other thing that would be quite nice on our bags is to make a pocket. Now, if I had a pair of old denim jeans, I would cut a back pocket off and probably use that as a pocket, but I haven't. So I found this square of felt. It's the really naff stuff that's really stiff, but I thought that's going to be perfect to have a go at that. I don't know, it might not work and you might not see a pocket in the next one, but you know, I'll give it a go. So I thought that would be quite nice. So on one side I'm going to do my fabric collage in whatever manner I decide, and then obviously remember to turn it around, okay, especially if it's a pocket, you want it going the right way. So this is going to be the top of your bag up here where the seam is, okay, that's the top. So if you're doing a pocket, make sure you get it up the right way. So yeah, so when I've done that stitching, oh, the other thing is, sorry, I've clean forgotten, it's just reminded me doing it there. This will be, how do I describe it? This will be the end, the base of your bag. I don't know if that's making sense. In other words, this, hang on, let me just take these bits off. Right, I'm going to scoot this up. Don't decorate here, okay? This is going to be the base of our bag. All right, so don't decorate that. Oh, you can if you want, but I wouldn't waste my time because that is going to be the base of our bag. Okay, so I'm going to drag that back down. So I'll probably position my pillow pocket about here. Oh, I need to come down a bit, but I don't want to go over. There's almost like an imaginary line here, okay, because that is going to be the bottom of my bag. So I don't want to go below that, and I don't want to go too high up there. So oh, where's my inches gone? There. Yeah, so I'm well below my 2 inches now, so that'll be about right actually. But obviously I'm not going to put it on yet because I want to have a go at doing that sashiko stitching there. All right, and that's on Pinterest, it's easily available. But yeah, so that's fine. So I haven't gone on to what is going to be my base bit, which is the bits we've just chopped out. Yeah, and that's well low enough there. I shall do that pattern first, and then I might make it more into a pocket shape, or I might leave it square. I don't know, I'm just making this up as I go along. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. Yeah, and the other thing, obviously on the other side I will stitch these on using just running stitch in a decorative manner. I might do some circles, if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to do any slow stitching on it, fine. I found an old pillowcase, duvet I think it was as well, and it had these lovely flowers actually on it. So if you've got, you know, they're machine stitched appliques basically, you could just do a load of these. I've got, you know, obviously the duvet was huge, so I've got all these lovely flowers here. So you could just stitch some of those on if you wanted to. Whatever you want. You know, it's your bag. You decorate it however you want. I'll say, just remember that you have got a top and bottom, and not to go below these bits, because that is going to form the base of our bag. Okay, so do your decorative stuff. You know, on mine I might choose to do some great big cross stitches here or something. All right, this is going to be an unlined bag. I'm not going to put you through the pain of doing a lining, because that is a little bit more, you know, than I want to take you on the first step. This is just a bag to start keeping all our bits and bobs in, because you don't want it all around your house, because it takes over. Listen to me. Yeah, so I'm going to make that do for the first video. I'll get on and decorate mine how I want to. You get on and decorate yours. So all you got to do, first of all, if you're using a tea towel, if you don't have any cord, cut these edges off before you cut your box corners, okay? Because the longer they are, see, let me just show you. 2 seconds. Where's the long bits? There they are. So the longer they are, the better. Okay, so that is the length here. Don't, you know, obviously do that before you cut these box corners out. Okay, if you just want to take them off anyway, do it. Well, it's up to you. All right, so we're going to use these because they're going to make our cords. But if you have got something else you can use as a pull cord, then obviously you don't need to take the seams off, and it will stop them unraveling. But we have got a cure for that. But anyway, that's beside the point. Decorate your bag. I'm going to stop waffling because I'm going on, aren't I? And do whatever you want to do with it before we start any stitching, okay? Because whatever you do now is obviously you need to do it before it's made up, really. So it just makes life easier. Remember that we're not lining this bag, so your stitches are going to show on the other side. If that bothers you, just find a piece of fabric to patch on the back. It's not going to bother me. This is our first time bag that we're ever going to make together. All right, so yeah, so I'll leave you there. I'm going to quickly do the second one after this. So if you're not going to decorate it and you just want to get on and make the bag, we can do that. Okay, all right, I'll stop here. Go decorate, do some slow stitching. It's yours. Do what you like with it. Okay, just remember you've got a top and bottom. I'll speak to you on the next one. Bye.